And we have a red dot. So we are live. Welcome back, everyone. We are on my Monday
Hi.
meetup. I have some lovely guests here. It's not Monday for these guys, or is it Monday? I don't even know. No, it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday for these guys, Monday for me in Canada. And this
No,
week for our virtual
Tuesday.
visit, we are all the way in New Zealand. I want to thank these guests, particularly this week, for joining me because literally we organized this about I don't know, a few hours ago anyway. So it was very last minute, but they are very obliging. So thank you. Now, as always, I just give a little bit of a rundown on my story. But I don't want to bore you by repeating it too much each week. So I'll give you a little bit of a different taste each week. So myself, Shri Pinard, I am Australian, so I'm from down under like these lovely people. And I have lived in Alberta, Canada for the last 10 years since meeting my husband. We now have two kids. They are 3.5, 13 months old, and both of them keep me on my toes, that's for sure. I always wanted to be a stay-at-home mum based on my mum was a stay-at-home mum growing up. That's what I knew. I didn't know what a working mum was like. And so that was really appealing to me to have that time with my kids and watch them grow. As it turns out, I've had a bit of a travel bug. I don't really have a career mindset or anything like that. So being a stay-at-home mum really just fell into place. But like everyone, you just never know whether it's going to stay your reality or not based on whether you can afford it. So as circumstances had it, at a time when I was kind of, in an R-ing, whether I needed to return to the workforce or whether, we could sustain me staying at home. What do you know? Something came to my newsfeed and it happened to be an advertisement for a wonderful business opportunity. Now, I'm one that does tend to sign up for things, but I never follow through. I'm kind of a little interested, but then when I get the email at the other end, I never click on it. I never follow through. But there was something about this that made me follow through and made me check it out. And you know what? I haven't regretted it for one day since. So the people that I actually saw the ad for, my mentors, I love them dearly, Kathleen and Nick, they are similar, or they had a lot of similar things that really appealed. Her husband, also Nick, he is a firefighter, so a shift worker. She was also a shift worker. She worked in the medical field, and they just really wanted as a family to have that time together, not to be high-fiving their spouse through the door, and they wanted to travel more. Those are key things for me. So, when they were showing me what they had as results for this business, I jumped right in and checked it out. Anyway, that's all I'll go on with my story this time. Oh, I'm 2 years into the business. So for the last 2 years of my business, and you know what? It's been a wow of a time, especially with, all these lockdowns we've been having. I haven't felt like that, lonely, tear my hair out, stay home mum, like there are so many out there. So I've been able to socialize and, put another hat on at the end of the day. So I really appreciate that. So we're going to go to these lovely three people, and they're going to show a little bit of their story, their background, their journey so far with this business, because I just love hearing from different people. You might not resonate with my story very much or parts of it, but when you put lots of stories together, you're really going to get an idea of how global this business is and also how it works for so many people from so many demographics and bits and pieces. So without further ado, we're going to go to, and I'm going to try and say it right. I think I murdered her name before. Vaini. We'll just see how it turned out. Now she does have a little bit of an echo. I got a round of applause. I must have been close. She does have a little bit of an echo, but we're going to work with that. So I'm just going to unmute her, and she's going to share her story. So thank you very much. You're unmuted.
Okay, well, hello and kia ora. Thank you again for this opportunity. My name is Vaine, as Shuri perfectly introduced me. I am originally from the Cook Islands and Samoa, so I'm a Pacific Islander, but I live in Auckland, New Zealand, which is known as the capital of Polynesia. So, yeah, I'm from Auckland, but however, I'm currently in New Caledonia at the moment, which is a French island, Pacific island between Auckland and Australia. So I've been stranded here for a few months and we'll be heading back home hopefully in a few months' time. So my story is that, well, I'm 57 years old. I'll be 58 later on in the year. I'm married with four grown children, and I have three grandchildren. And so I'm a pretty much seasoned person in this business. But I joined this business 15 months ago, and how I was introduced to it was that I saw an ad on my newsfeed on social media. And it was just an ad inviting people who were interested in working online but who didn't know how to go about it to come in and check a webinar. So, going back a bit, prior to this, my life was a bit challenging. I have lived in New Zealand with my children, and my husband has been living abroad. So we've been doing this for a number of years, and so the family had never been together in one country. So I always thought that I needed to help my husband financially by getting a supplementing the income. So, at this age, you feel like no one would ever hire you, right? So I always thought that, working online would be ideal for me. Being older, you don't want to listen to other people telling you what to do. You want the freedom to work how you want to, when you want to. So the online world always looked appealing to me, but I didn't know how to go about it. So when I saw this ad, I automatically my ears just perked up because I thought, wow, this is what I've always wanted to do. So I registered, I watched the webinar, and I was very impressed with what I saw. I was quite convinced, but you're always a bit skeptical. So I did my homework. I did a bit of research, did my due diligence to ensure that I'm not being scammed or anything. So following that, I was happy with what I saw, and I just went for it. I joined the business. I felt in my heart that this was something that I could do, and something that I needed to do to help, the challenge that I was going through. So 15 months later, to this day, I can personally say that I have benefited from this business, not only in a financial way, but in other ways that I didn't think that would matter, that I would gain from this business. And I'm talking about areas like my personal development. Being nearly 60, one would say, what other development would you want to gain at this age? You've been through life. But, um, the training that this business has offered me in terms of personal development, like having the proper mindset to be a business entrepreneur, and even a digital one. You you're guided as to step out of your comfort zone. You're not too young, you're never too old to try anything new. So, with this training, it has taught me to do just that. And me being here right now is proof of my growth over the 15 months because prior to this, you would never ever see me speak publicly anywhere, and especially in this wide audience on online. It's something I would never do, and it's just all because of the training that you go through, the training that makes you believe that if you can dream something, you can do it. And with the mindset, we're also taught to be grateful for what you have. We're taught to inspire, to help one another. So I've taken these traits and applied them to other areas of my life. So this is something, maybe as an older person, that I really appreciate from this business. And also at my age, you think, working online, you need to be tech savvy. You need to know how to use all these new technology, and I didn't have that. But like I said, the training that is provided is user friendly for anybody. And if I can do it at 57, like anyone else can do it. If anything, the training that is provided gives you those extra skills that you need to run your business once it's up and running and to sustain it. So I'm also thankful of being part of a worldwide community. And when I say community, I'm talking about people around the world who have joined this business and have become digital business owners of their own. And like if you follow Cherie, you'll know that she does a world trip every week to different parts of the globe. So, that's proof that this thing is global. When I started, there were only 23,000 members. And today, before we came online, I checked and there's 74.6 thousand. So it's tripled in over a year since I have joined. So it just goes to show that this is the way to go, young or old. The business opportunity that is offered here can be used by anyone. And I'm happy to say that, my first challenge, why I originally started this was, to help my family be together. And the fact that I'm here in New Caledonia now with my husband, um, it's been a solution for me. So I'm grateful for that. And whether I'm in New Caledonia or whether I'm in Auckland, my business still runs. There's no change, because we run everything online with our phone or our laptop. So that's part of my journey. And thank you for allowing me to share with you guys today. So kia ora and ngā mihi to everyone out there.
Thank you for sharing. And
Thank
I'm going
you.
to just mute you so I don't hear my echo. There we go. Thank you so much for sharing. And you know what? I have a couple of people that I've mentored as well, similar age to yourself. And same thing, I've watched them grow. I've watched them blossom from someone that barely could even log into Facebook. And now they're conquering all kinds of little tech challenges, and they're learning and they're growing and they're excited about it. And I just love that. And this, we have a really large number in our community that, they still wanted to contribute, even though, you're slowly winding down to retirement, but, you're not necessarily ready to. Either financially, or you just still want something to, keep yourself busy. So we have a lot of people doing that as well. So I've loved hearing your story. I love that. And I love that you're with your husband right now. That's just great. I love seeing those kind of results, the mindset, all those sort of things. It's not just about money, this business. That's a great thing. The money's great. And the commission structure that we have is it's phenomenal. But the rest of the things that we gain from it, and you'll hear it every week that I have it, people will talk about the community, people will talk about the mindset, people will talk about all those things, because I wasn't interested in any of that stuff. I thought, whatever, to all that sort of stuff. But the more I involve myself with these things, it's really helping myself as well. So I appreciate all those parts of the aspects of the business as well. We're going to go to Red now, just in case she ducks away from us. I just want to shout out a hello first. And more names I'm not going to be able to say properly, but someone's watching from Sydney, Australia. Mayo and Ara. Yeah, you guys know them? Yeah, Valenzuela.
You know them.
And Ara Aguilar is watching as well from Sydney, Australia. So I just wanted to let you guys know that they're watching. And Red's trying to come in a second time. Let's just see what happens. Red, just take it away with your story once you are all sorted. I think she's frozen again. Let me add this one in. And let me boot this one out. Kick. Kick. Let's see what happens. I think she's coming in. If she doesn't come straight in, guys, we'll go to Ismail and Jennifer, and we'll pop back to Red in a wee moment. So we'll just see. We'll give her 5, 4, 3. Melrissey, hello, Lisa. Thanks for popping in. I missed you, my girl. All right, so I'm just going to go to you, Ismail and Jennifer. I'd love to hear your story. Oh, and I wanted to say, you did amazing for Go Live, and you wouldn't know that you haven't been doing this for 3 months already. Just wanted to
thank you. Thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you very much for your invitation, Sherry.
Yeah, we would like to thank you for having us here. And yeah, we're happy. We're glad that we're here and sharing our journey in this
Amazing business.
Yeah.
Yes. First of all, I'm Jennifer.
I'm Ismael. Yeah.
Okay. The question is why we decided to look for a business. Looking back from our past, we are both working in a healthcare facility here in New Zealand. Ismael, we are both from Philippines.
We live in New Zealand, but we originally from Philippines. Yeah, hi to all Filipinos out there. Yeah, and yeah, so just like what Jennifer said, we landed in a healthcare facility, and we came here full of ambitions and hope, and in New Zealand, and we love our job. We are very thankful that we have the job to support our needs, but we thought ourselves that it's not enough, right?
Yeah. I'm working as a diversional therapist. I work double shifts. Sometimes I started working at 7 o'clock in the morning and up to 9:30 p.m. So I work double shift just to earn extra. Sometimes I work 8:30 to 11 p.m. just to, when I go home when I go to Philippines, we are rich because we have heaps of money then. But yeah, it's not enough. We are happy. However, a couple of concerns from work like financial stability, and of course we are preparing for our future. And I'm also wanted to retire soon.
Yeah, she wants to retire early
because I'm older than him.
Yeah, just
way older.
You don't look it at all.
Yeah, so we ask ourselves, is this really the life we wanted to be, rushing every morning to go to work, right?
Working AM, PM, night, no life. It was a routine job for us. We are compelled to do our schedule based on our schedule. Sometimes he worked night and I work morning. So by the time he arrived home, I am going to work. So preparing to go to work. There's no life. So our answer is no, we don't want this kind of life. We wanted to have a change.
Yeah, we wanted to spend quality time together.
Yeah.
And to be honest, before we started this business, we decided to put up a cleaning business. Yeah, we prepared everything. We even talked to the franchisor, but the franchise fee
is too much. It's 34,000. So at first, that's our first option. We wanted to have a business, so we decided to shift into cleaning. So yes, everything is prepared until we saw an ad from our mentor Ara. She's watching now. Ara Aguilar.
At the moment.
Yes. Yeah. So I saw her ad and I told to Ismail, why is this lady working at home and yet she is earning heaps and she is spending quality time with her family? Can you please look what sort of job is that? So I told Ismail to have a look how legit is the business is and take a look of the background. So that's what he did.
Yeah, because Ara is, even though she's on a holiday, she's earning. So we curious about it, and I watched the 90 minutes webinar, free webinar. Then after I watched, I told Jennifer, "Oh, we need to join this business. This is our chance." Yeah, and
it all started there. After attending the 90-minute webinar, I just want to share this, that please do watch the 90-minute webinar because everything will change. That is what happened to us. When after he watched the live webinar, he is very insisting that, oh, we need to pay the 149 because it's really a good opportunity for us. So then from then on, we started to love the business.
It's a good investment.
Yeah.
And all the information you need, it's there already. Yeah.
So because of this business, we have already time freedom. We can create our schedule. That is meaning we have time for each other. I don't need to pick up too much shifts now. Like now, after work, I got home after work 4:30 p.m. I don't need to work until 9:30 or 11 o'clock just to have an extra income. With this business, I told the nurse there, oh, Jennifer, do you want to pick up shifts? Of course not. I don't want to pick up shifts anymore.
Yeah, so we have more time with it.
Yeah.
And
so because of this business, it's very easy. It's so handy, doable. You can manage it at home. It's all you need is just a computer and good internet connection, and then you can do it. Yes, sir. And then
we don't need to sell. We don't need to chase our friends and family to, oh, can you?
Yes.
But
that happened to us last December.
Thanks. Hate
when
that
we
part.
made our sales. Yeah, when we made our first sale, and then what happened? Not only first, but we had 2 sales on that month. So I told Ismael, oh, we don't need to bug friends. The system will work for us. The system is working for us. It's unbelievable. So amazing. So that's why I gave him a kiss at that time, because he's the one who's pushing this business.
Actually, she was skeptical.
I am 100% skeptical.
If we want to get rid of our job, we need to start this business, because I know that this business is work for everyone. Right?
Yeah, it's minimal capital compared to a franchising business, as I've mentioned. So it doesn't, we don't need to buy cars for the cleaning business. No, it's just the computer and a good connection. And
and the thing is, you have your personal mentor.
Personal mentor, personal coaches to assist you every day until you set up your business. It's income, and in the income potential is really high.
Yeah, so we are happy that we decided to join this business. Yeah. So I think that's it for us.
Awesome. And I love that you did touch on the 149, because it's not mentioned often, but I do love that you touched on it, because when people get through the workshop, so as we mentioned, there's a 90-minute workshop, and that sort of outlines what we do, and it gives you a good rundown, but there is so much more to the system that we can't fit it in 90 minutes. That gives you a good rundown on what we do, how we do it, but the intricacies of how we earn our money and how we earn, the earning potential and all those sort of things, it's broken down very clearly and very simply on the other side. So then people are always asking, so why don't you just offer it to everyone? Well, because that would keep us all very, very extremely busy, and therefore we wouldn't have that time freedom we were all seeking. We wouldn't have that time. We'd be constantly adding people in and, following up with people. Whereas if we keep the people that are really serious about wanting this and really excited about what they saw in the webinar, they're the ones that are going to pay, because they know there's that 30-day refund option. And so they're going to be the ones that follow through, and they're the ones we want to work with. So yes, it's in place, but if you've already watched the webinar and you're excited, just go the extra step. It's no risk. You're going to get your money back if it's not for you. But that's where all the goods are. That's where you really see how it works. That's where you join our community that, as Vaini said, it's grown. When I started, it was only 9,000 people. I was in the community and I saw it take over that 10,000 people. And that was a big, oh my word. And now 74,000. It's just incredible. So so thank you for bringing up the 149. I like to mention that, because I don't like people to think that, well, why are you making us pay to find out information? Because there's so much to see, and we want to deal with the people that are serious about it. And I'll tell you, that about 4,000, they've all paid that. And some of them, have had their refund, but they're still checking in because they're still interested enough.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, because once something's planted in your brain, it doesn't really vanish so easily,
Yeah.
especially when you've seen how it really works out. Anyway, while we've got Red there and she's not going anywhere, let's get her story shared.
Hello again. Hi, everyone. I have changed location because this is a more stable internet connection in my house. So, so my name is Red, and I'm here in Auckland, New Zealand, and it's another lockdown second day for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I think for Ismail, they're level 2. So anyway, I am originally from the Philippines, and I have migrated here in 2001. Now, I married young. I was 21, had a baby at 21. So I think ever since then, and I was in a foreign country because my husband's based here. He's Filipino, but he migrated way before me. So I was in a new country and gonna be a young mom. So most of my life here basically was, trying to find a stable job. I guess as a young mom as well, where you're trying to prove yourself, not only to your parents, because I married young. I have to prove as well something to myself that, like, even if I was married and had children at that a child at that age, that I can actually make my life better. So I worked. So I started working because I didn't really have any experience, especially in a foreign country. So I started working at a fast food chain. And then I realized, oh, actually, no, I can't see my future here. So I worked at a retail. And then eventually I said, no, not, it gives you income, not as big, but still I was thinking, no, it's not for me. And then eventually I landed in my first contact center job, which is in Inland Revenue, which is, Texas. So I guess that's where my career in customer services and contact center started. But when I got that job, I got pregnant with my second one. So I only, it's a good gig, I suppose, because at that time it was a contract job, and I finished just a month before I actually gave birth to my second one. So that works out fine. And then after 3 months, because, we had debts, you have bills to pay, I couldn't afford to be on a maternity leave for over a year. But we can if we can afford it, right? But for me, I can only afford 3 months. So I reapplied again, and this time I landed in a local government, still in contact centers, and that's where I stayed for the last 14 years after. And I always thought, and I think this is how we were brought up. It is like, you study, you find a great job, and pretty much work until you retire. So that's the mindset that we have. But because I had a family young, and then that's kind of like all that you do is work. There was a point in my life, probably 3 years back, I wanted to do more, but doing more means that you need more money, you need more time from off your work, and it's quite difficult, especially if you're working in an environment where we run 24/7, and it's constantly busy because you're pretty much supporting the whole the city and the region. So so that was difficult. So if you wanted to, like, I guess Ismail and Jen, if we wanted to go home to the Philippines, 2 weeks probably wouldn't be that enough time. So you have to really save up that amount of time. For me, a good amount of time probably is a month and a half or 2 months. But in order for me to do that, I have to save up my annual leave for more than 2 years. Because you can't just be home, and we know how expensive it is to go home, because you have relatives and things to spend and all that, and plus airfare and all that, and plus 5 of us, because I've got 3 girls now. So it's not that cheap. So in order to do that, you wanted to be on a holiday and still getting income, because your bills aren't going on holiday. It just keeps coming. So you have to actually support that. And then, so that's one of those realizations. And then you're thinking, okay, so how long am I gonna do this? Working, and then saving up, sacrificing. There's a lot of sacrifices that you do, because you just have to, work. So, and then early last year, before the pandemic happened, we went on a holiday as a family in Australia. And then I thought, and my kids are pretty much grown up, taller than me, actually. So, and then I was thinking, like, there's a lot of time lost already, but I wanted to do more of that with them while they are still with me, because I already have a 19 years old. So later on, who knows? Time is sort of like getting shorter. Soon enough she'll be doing her own thing and what have you. So for me, it's that, like, I wanted to do more of this family time with them, but how can I afford it? What can I do? And then the only solution I can think at that time is, okay, well, the only thing you can do is get another job maybe and earn more. I'm earning good money from my job, because it's in the contact center environment. I've grown there, and then I became part of the workforce team. So you become a specialist, so you earn good money. However, it's still not enough to secure your future or do the things that you want. And then I always have this mindset of, oh, I work in a government, so I will be secure. My job will be secure. Like, all hell will break loose, I ain't gonna lose my job because I'm in a government organization. And funny that, fast forward to December of last year, and it wasn't even COVID that did it. I got redundant. So so that particular sort of like like thinking, it just proves that it's not true. Yeah, maybe you're secure. I've been there for 14 years and over. And for that time, you're thinking, oh, like, nah, during pandemic times, we're so busy. So I was like, I'm going to always be here until I decide that it's time to quit. But that wasn't the case. So yeah, so I found this business actually through a friend. So she was my university friend back home, and then she migrated to Australia, and then she just invited me to say, hey, you watch this webinar and see what you think. And this was back in March of last year. But back then, I was so busy and caught up with my work that I didn't even try and pay attention to it. So I was like, okay, yeah, when I have time, I'll do that. And then for whatever reason, last week of May of last year, that's where there's something there that's already sort of like boiling inside you. It's like, oh my gosh, because your job and everything else, and then obviously all those things that you think, okay, how long am I gonna do this, or how can I make more and all that in the background. So it's kind of like a whisper, say, hey, just check it out. What are you gonna lose? You're just gonna watch. I mean, if you can watch Netflix all day, what is 90 minutes, right? That could change your life.
Right.
So I did. And then so I watched it, and then from then on I was like, oh my God. There was that, and then there's that it wasn't fear, but it was sort of like that feeling of excitement that, oh my God, this is it. This is what I'm looking for, because I don't need to go anywhere physically. I can set it up. I have, an internet connection. I can do it on the side, because at that time I'm still working. And I can start building, because you know, even if you put a half an hour to an hour or whatever time you can put in, as long as you're building it every day, you are still gonna get somewhere with that, rather than not doing anything at all. And that's what I was like thinking, you know, what is the perfect time? Is there ever a perfect time to start anything? I don't think so, because you know, especially with what we're seeing right now, there isn't really a perfect time for anything. You just have to do it. You just have to start. So yeah, I started then, and then I was building it on the side where while I still have a job. And I didn't even know that I was gonna be redundant by December. So after that, then January came, and that's where I put, you know, all my focus into the business. So that's pretty much the story. And I think, again, with everyone's experience with it, uh, was I skeptical? I have a bit of doubt. Yes, of course, but it's really up to you to do your due diligence and see if really this is something that could work for you, because you are the only one who can decide that. No one else can tell you otherwise, you know. And Yeah, and I think that's what it is. If you're skeptical, then do your research, because you know that's the only way you can find answers for yourself, is to really make sure that you do your due diligence and find out if really this is true. So and I guess for all of us, we all agree that we're not going to put our face in here if we think this is not legit, you know, and we're not going to share our life, you know, what we've been through, if we know that it's a scam, because who wants to be scammed? I have been scammed so many times online, and that's why it is a valid feeling that you are going to question, and that's a good way of, you know, finding out really, and then make that informed decision. So with the community now, the number one, aside obviously from whatever the monetary gains we get, is the training, definitely, because who knew that you can do a lot on Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn, or what have you? I never, honestly, I have been in so many platforms, but I don't know these things, whatever you can do with it, until I actually joined the business and looked at the training and watched it. And I'm a very visual person, so that means that I learn more by watching someone doing it. So the video-based training is really helpful, and literally, like, you see people clicking, oh, you click here, you click there, you click there, easy peasy. So as long as you are coachable, you're willing to learn, I think that's one thing, you're willing to learn, anyone can do this. And the other thing as well is, I think someone touched it as well, is the personal development. It is really crucial, because I've read a lot of articles regarding entrepreneurship, and you know, it's not all sparkles and glitters all the time, but you have to be resilient. You have to really have that strong mindset. But if you know that it's gonna, you know, it's working, and you've seen evidences that it has worked for people, why can't you, right? Like, as long as you don't stop learning and you don't stop exploring. So yeah, that's my my why and my background, regarding this business.
Yeah, and that's spot on. It's entrepreneur. I can't even say that word. I'm not gonna even try. You know what I'm saying? But it's such a roller. Yeah. I've never been able to say it properly. It's such a little roller coaster. But you know, you're right. As long as, like, you know, and you just stay that, you know, like, you don't change your mind that you know that this is a great thing. If you know it's a great thing, it's still going to be a great thing. So you know, as you have your ups and your downs, just staying focused on remembering that spark of, oh my God, this is it. When you first saw it all laid out for you. I know that's what's got me through the last 2 years when I've had, you know, a couple of the lower points. Because it is a fun little ride. You know, something's working, something doesn't work all of a sudden, you learn from it and something works again. So you've just got to take the highs with the lows and work towards more of the highs. And that's what we're all doing here. You said so many points that I want to touch on. I'm not going to remember them all, but I do want to touch on, because it's so relevant to my story is the traveling home. So as I said, I'm from Australia, and now, you know, with lockdown and everything, there's not a chance that we're going to get to Australia before my son's 2. So next time we're going home, and I haven't been home for 3 years now, we're going to be looking at 4 full airfares. And you're right, we can't just go to Australia for a week or 2. You know, I like to go for a month minimum, preferably 2.
Right.
And yeah, you just can't do that. And that is, you know, money was my main reason for starting this business. The wanting to contribute, the wanting to have sort of my own money a little bit, because being a stay-at-home mum, when you've been so fiercely independent before that, it was really hard to change that mind for myself, and, you know, feeling like I have to ask for money, even though it's both of our money. I know that, but it's still hard to adjust. I still struggle some days and spending money on myself. So for me, that was kind of my initial motivation to starting this business, was just to have that little feeling of a bit more independence, because I'm contributing financially to the household, rather than just, you know, raising our kids, just that little important job. So for me, that was my first push. But then once, you know, I saw the potential, one of my biggest reasons, you know, close behind that is being able to go regularly back home and see my family, because it's so hard just doing video chats. You know, I love them, but it's hard. You know, sometimes you just want a hug from your mum, you know. So, Mom, I'm coming for one someday. I don't know when it is, but I'm coming for one. So I just wanted to touch back on that point, because so many people doing this business actually are immigrants and have that common why. And I hear it every week. So yeah. Anyway, this is a record. I told all these lovely people it's about 20 minutes that we chat. We've doubled that. So I think we should let everyone go. Glad to meet some chatterboxes like myself. Thank you guys for joining me. And thank you anyone that was tuning in, likes and loves. Really appreciate it. Next week, we'll wait and see where we end up. Bye for now.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.